everybody. Welcome to another big day of championship wrestling. I'm Dave Brown here at ringside. Lance Russell taking the day off today. He will be back next week. Stay with us. Boy, we've got some action set for you today. The King will be here in the opening match. Jerry Lawler gets things going. Then the Macho Man, Randy Savage, will be coming in for a single match a little bit later. Ravishing One, Rick Rude is going to be here today. Not only that, Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert comes along in a single match later on. And then Jimmy Hart is bringing in a brand new tag team. They are the West Coast Tag Team Champions. Their reputation precedes them, and that reputation is not an especially good one. A rugged tag team coming in later today in our expiration of time match. All the action about to go in just a couple of minutes. You stay with us, and we'll be back with that first match featuring the King, Jerry Lawler.
Create a room. Create a mood. Create an effect. Create a special setting. With a special lighting fixture from Fan World at the corner of Tippecanoe and Green River Road.
Mr. Smith has been to every audio-video store around. His satisfaction has been to no avail. But there's another dimension beyond the ordinary world of typical audio-video stores. One with awesome sights and sounds. Mr. Smith must experience it to appreciate. His aggravating search is now over. He just entered the electronic zone. You too can be a satisfied customer. Save now during Ted Twink Superstore's biggest sale of the year. It's the electronic zone in a new dimension at 700 North Weinbach in Evansville.
I'm Harold Evans of Evans Motors. Price and customer satisfaction make us Evansville's #1 dealer. We have a nice selection of over 50 cars priced below $3,000. Like this 1977 Lincoln Town Car for $29.95. Or this 1980 Subaru 4-wheel drive for $27.95. This week's special, 75 Dodge Dart Sport for only $12.95. We're Evansville's #1 dealer, Evans Motors, 1056 East Riverside Drive.
This week in country music, Hank Williams Jr. throws a party for all his rowdy friends and turns it into a star-studded music video.
Dukes of Hazzard star John Snyder decides to get serious about country music.
And we'll have music by Charlie McLean and Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin Brothers Band. Hi, I'm Charlie Shea.
I'm Lori Ann Krug. Be sure to watch This Week in Country Music.
This Week in Country Music, Saturday at 2 on Channel 7.
Opening match of the day, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee, 238 pounds on the left of the screen, Keith Robertson. And going against it, also from Memphis, Tennessee, at 234 pounds, there he is, the King, Jerry Lawler. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Gary Calhoun is the referee. Keith Robertson peeling off the warm-up jacket. Referee standing here in the middle of the ring, and as soon as we get the signal, we're going to be underway. Here we go. Lawler, a definite favorite in the match. Robertson, though, slight size advantage on Lawler, 4-pound weight advantage. Back in the corner, referee calls for a break, gets it. Keith Robertson backs to the center of the ring. Back in the corner on the other side of the ring now. Referee again calls for a break, and again Keith Robertson backs away. So as we'll keep that up during the match, we could have a nice, clean, scientific match here. Lawler forces Robertson back into the corner now. Referee says, come on, break it up. Lawler backs away, center of the ring. Crowd a little disappointed that the King doesn't unload on him with a right hand, but clean breaks from both of them. In the corner again. Looks like this battle is going to be in the corners here. Whoa. Lawler nailed him with a right hand that time. Referee warning him about the fist. Robertson understandably upset. He's looking for sympathy from the crowd. I don't think he's going to find much out there. They're saying, come on, let's wrestle. We're here for action. Minute 35 seconds gone. Back in the corner again. This time Robertson takes the swing with the right hand. Lawler ducks out of the way, and it's Robertson. It feels the fist again. Robertson again, his attention diverted to the crowd rather than to the business at hand, that being the King. He don't have any. You're going to find a tougher opponent, I'll tell you that. Side headlock by Robertson. Robertson up in the air. Lawler with a suplex. Drops him down on the back. Keith Robertson hanging back in the corner now. Back in the corner again. Referee is there, wants a break. Robertson connects this time with the right hand, and another one. Nails the King for the third time with the right fist. Lawler comes out of that corner. Sept comes down, and look out, Keith Robertson. Lawler pounding away on Keith Robertson in the center of the ring. Back to the ropes. He's on the middle one. 1, 2, it's over. 3 minutes, 46 seconds of time on it as Lawler battles Keith Robertson pretty even early in the match. Lawler just kind of letting Robertson set the pace of the match. But then suddenly Lawler takes control and gets the win. The time on it again, 3 minutes, 46 seconds. And King?
Can I trouble you for just a second? Second every time. Can everybody hear me all right? I want to just say a couple of words here. You know, I've been wrestling here, Dave, for quite a while. And there's been all kind of guys give me all kind of problems come through here over the years, right? You know that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that there's ever been anybody that has been as persistent, has nagged, and been such a thorn in my side as this jerk, Rick Rude.
Great.
Now, let me just say something real quick here. Everybody knows that, everybody saw what he did to my car out here a few weeks ago. Now then, everybody knows that last week there was a big tournament, that not only was there a $26,000 Cadillac at stake, but there was also my Southern title at stake in this match with Bundy. Well, Rude comes in, I have Bundy beat, Rude interferes, causes me to lose, so the way I look at it, he cost me my Southern title, he cost me a $26,000 car, he busted up my car, not to mention the other stuff that he's done. I just want to say this to you, Rick Rude. I want you to hear this now. He is here today. I talked to promoter Eddie Marlin. I said, look, Rude's here, I'm here, you got me wrestling a jerk like Keith Robertson. I said, put me in with Rick Rude. We had a match right here today, right? Eddie said, no. Now I can understand, you know. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but Eddie's looking at dollar signs, right?
Sure.
He's not going to give away a match that people may pay to come to see here on TV, but I said, Ed, put that out aside for a minute. I want this jerk every chance I can get him. But no, do I get him? No, I didn't. But let me just say this. I'm telling you, Rick Rude. Well, no, I'm not going to say it because the people have heard me say 1,000 times, I'm going to get you. I'm not going to say I'm going to get you anymore. But what I want to say to you people is,
that every time that Rick Rude is on a card, I don't care where it is, I don't care if it's in Memphis, Louisville, New York City, Chicago, I don't care where it is. If he's wrestling there, no matter who he's wrestling, he's going to wrestle me too, because I'm going to be there, brother. And I don't care what match you're in, Rude, I'm going to be in it too. Because the way I figured, I got a $26,000 to take out of the rear end of Rick Rude and King Kong Bundy. Now, Bundy's got about 50 grand worth of rear end. But, brother, let me tell you something. Before this is all over, one way or other, anytime you, Rude, or you, King Kong Bundy, are wrestling anywhere, you're going to also have to wrestle the King. That's a promise.
The word from the King, Jerry Lawler. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Championship Wrestling in just a moment. I'll tell you about that Wednesday night card in Evansville in just a moment. First, a reminder, in Paoli, Indiana, September 20th, Championship Wrestling will be there with Popo Mania. Also, King Kong Bundy, Rick Rude, Jimmy Hart, Tommy Wildfire Rich, the Rock and Roll Express, all in Paoli, Indiana on the 20th. Coming up in Evansville on the 19th, Wednesday night. Listen to this card, just part of the card, as a matter of fact. Tojo Yamamoto will be there going against Jimmy Hart in a single match. It'll be Eddie Gilbert against Tommy Rich. Some wild action coming up there. Dirty White Boys against Dutch Mantell and Mark Regan. Then the main event of the night, an 8-man tag team match. On one side of the ring, it'll be Eddie Gilbert, the Nightmares, and Jimmy Hart. On the other side of the ring, it will be Tommy Rich, Tojo Yamamoto, and the New Generation. All of that coming up in Evansville on Wednesday night. Tommy Rich.
Yes, sir. You know what it amounts to, Jimmy Hart? You know, I thought you'd been around for a long time, but evidently you hadn't, because you forgot who broke Tommy Rich into the wrestling business. Tojo Yamamoto did. You know, he's always been there when I need him. And last week in Evansville, he was right there, right on time. So what I'm telling you, Hart, is, you know, you've always got your ace in the hole, because every time you go like this, you got somebody to run down and help you. Well, this week in Evansville, Indiana, it ain't going to be none of that, because the way it ends up, I got 2 shots at you, Eddie Gilbert. I got you in a single, but the one I'm waiting on is that big 8-man tag right there in Evansville, Indiana, because what it amounts to, Hart, when we get y'all down and get you whipped, it ain't going to be nobody to say, come on and help me. Hart, just like I said time and time again, I'm going to hurt you before it's over with, brother.
Tojo, big match with you in it.
Yes, I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring me to a New Generation, and I tell you, this time the odds going to be even. And then I tell you, Jimmy Hart, you're going to get your neck, and you're going to get your neck beaten hard. I'm going to broke your neck more.
All right, that's all coming up Wednesday night. Make your plans to be there. The 8-man tag team match. That is the main event in Evansville, Indiana. See you there. Got another match coming up here in just a moment on Championship Wrestling. Before we get to it, I want you to take this special look at the Macho Man, Randy Savage. I think it almost goes without saying for every wrestling fan anywhere around the area that when it comes to agility in the ring and whatever to get the job done, Randy Macho Man Savage has been able to do it. Certainly one of the most controversial wrestling figures ever in the area here, but as we said, he can move in the ring. Randy Macho Man Savage. There he is. The Macho Man stepping into the ring right now. This is glittering, multicolored cape. This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up here from Louisville, Kentucky at 259 pounds over on the right. That's Randy Johnson, and going against him from Sarasota, Florida, 235 pounds, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee. Savage taking off that coat or cape that he has. Now the headband, and we're just about ready here. Underway with the action. The Macho Man losing no time, grabbing Randy Johnson, popping him back to the rope, using the shoulder and the rope. Head into the turnbuckle. Savage, forearm across the back. Randy Johnson on the mat. Savage with a foot to the top of the head. Randy Savage climbing the rope. Middle rope. Oh, drops down with a big elbow. There's the cover. Might be it. Count of one. He picks him up. Picked him up with a hair at the 1 count. Savage throwing Johnson out of the ring down on the floor. Johnson with an arm hung in the rope. And Savage now kicking him on down to the floor. Look out. Savage climbing the ropes. He's on the top one. Referee counts it down as Savage leaps. Randy Johnson down here on the floor, and Savage picking him up by the hair, rolls him under the rope into the ring. Savage, upper arm, now cover, count is 1. At the 1 count, he picks him up again. Minute and a half gone in the match. 15 minutes, the overall time limit on this one. Randy Johnson just has been in trouble since the opening bell sounded, literally. Instantly, Randy Savage grabbed him. Savage on the middle rope, and 3/4 of the way across the ring, he flies. Count is 1, 2, and 3. 1 minute, 48 seconds the time. 1:48. And the victory goes to the Macho Man, Randy Savage. It was Randy Savage all the way. Total control. He leaps over the top rope. Look out. Picks up folding metal chair as he heads over this way.
I got something to say right now. I want you all to disregard what Jerry the Queen Lawler had to say out here. Oh, yeah. No, he said he was going to take the family and Jimmy Hart and do the thing himself. Well, just disregard what he had to say completely. Because I'm going to tell you something, Dave Brown. Right now, we're in the Twilight Zone. Oh, yeah, we are. We're in the Twilight Zone right now. Because I'm going to tell you something. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, is going to take care of Jimmy Hart, King Kong Bundy, and Rick Rude. So just disregard everything that Jerry the Queen Lawler had to say. You understand, Dave Brown? Do the thing, and I'm going to do it starting now. Oh, yeah.
Randy Savage, the Macho... I hear you, Randy. The Macho Man. With a word from him. Boy, I tell you, we'll take a break. Back with more of Championship Wrestling. Stay with us.
New
from Lick's banana cream nutty ice cream pie. Tastes as good as it looks. Delicious.
Saturday on the big movie.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I'm told we're going to get beautiful Arabian horses. And all I get is a bunch of ugly faces, skinny legs, and humps.
The U.S. Cavalry tries to replace horses with camels in Hump. The big movie, Saturday night at 10:30 on Channel 7.
First place and the blue ribbon to number 9, Thunder.
We did it! The Red Man reaction. Satisfaction.
Every day in the Tri-State, people come to Warwick Federal Credit Union with lots of good reasons to borrow. And lots of good reasons for coming to Warwick Federal Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Going to tell you about the 6 big matches coming up Wednesday night in Evansville in just a moment. First, a reminder that Thursday night, the 20th Championship Wrestling will be in Peoria, Indiana. Popomania will be there. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Sir Lanny Poffo. Also, King Kong Bundy, Rick Rude, Jimmy Hart, Tommy Rich, Rock and Roll Express. That's Thursday night, the 20th in Peoria, Indiana. Wednesday night in Evansville, Nightmare number 2 will be going against Mark Batten in the opening match of the night. Then, Nightmare number 1 will be coming back to take on Johnny Wilhoit in the second single match of the evening. Jimmy Hart will be in the ring to go against Tojo Yamamoto. It'll be Wildfire, Tommy Rich, going against Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert in another single match. Tag team action, Dutch Mantell and Mark Regan team to take on the Dirty White Boys. But the main event of the night, it's going to be an 8-man tag team match as Tommy Rich, Tojo Yamamoto, and the New Generation will be going against Eddie Gilbert, the Nightmares, and in the ring, Jimmy Hart. It's all coming up this Wednesday night. Be sure to be there in Evansville. One fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up here. Jimmy Hart has the ravishing one in the ring. Again, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee at 206 pounds. On the right, Keith Eric. And going against him from Beverly Hills, California, 232 pounds with his manager, Jimmy Hart, Rick Rude. Rick Rude, one fall, 15-minute time limit match. Here's Jerry Lawler.
One fall, 15-minute time limit. Keith Eric, can you hear me all right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make a little proposition to you. Either you can right now get down out of that ring and go back to the dressing room and let me take your place in this match, or either you can stay there and I'll beat your butt too and still take your place in this match. But one way or the other, I'm fixing to wrestle Rick Rude.
All right, well, Hart's calling for the promoter, Eddie Marlin. The match signed was Rude against Keith Eric. All right, referee says I'll stay here and referee it, and it looks like we are going to have Lawler against...
I'm supposed to be out here at this ring. I want Eddie Marlin out here right now. No, Ricky, no!
Well, in spite of what Jimmy Hart says, the referee said ring the bell, and we have done it.
Scheduled match out here. This is not a scheduled match.
Substitution.
Right now, this is Ricky.
Substitution, it's Lawler in instead of Keith Eric against Rick Rude, and we have got us a match. Lawler against Rude. Rude down here on the floor talking to Hart. Hart still most upset. The King had said that wherever Rude was wrestling,
this is not a scheduled match. I want Eddie Marlin out here, man. I'm telling you right now.
He said wherever Rude was wrestling, he was going to be there. Well, he's here. And he has just nailed Rude with a series of right fists. Flips him out to the center of the ring and drops down with a right hand. Rick Rude taking the opportunity to get out of the ring. Down here on the floor, Rude came in here prepared to wrestle young Keith Eric. But Lawler has taken his place in the match. So instead, we've got a match which is a main event in any coliseum in the country. Rude through the ropes again.
What gives him the authority to come in here and have this match on TV, man? Tell me, where's Eddie Marlin? His place on the couch in the back where he usually is? This is hard to get.
Now Rude says, okay, let's be friends. Boy, I tell you, Lawler will have none of that. the King's answer to Rick Rude's outstretched hand. Rude again out of the ring. Rick Rude spending more time on the floor here than he is up in the ring today.
Hey, listen, Lawler. What's this all about? The windshield, is that it? I'll buy you a new one, all right? Let's take care of that. I'll take care of it, all right?
I don't think it's just a windshield that Lawler's interested in. Rick Rude now talking to referee Jerry Calhoun. Maybe he's trying to set up some sort of truce, but it has not worked. Lawler has him high in the air and drops him with a suplex. Rude's head into the turnbuckle, and Rude again out of the ring, down to talk to Jimmy Hart. A little consolation down here. Consolation and consultation, both of them. Lawler patiently waiting in the ring. Coming up on 3.5 minutes gone in this one. Rude now climbing back on the apron and through the rope. Another conversation with Jimmy Hart.
Okay, baby. I'm fixing to unleash Rick Rude right now. I'm sick of this, Lawler. You've had it now, buddy. I promise you this. We're gonna get you now,
Rude with a pile driver on Lawler. Hart distracted the referee, and Rude hit Lawler with the pile driver.
So bad laying down there looking for the lights, does he, huh?
After the pile driver now, Rude picked him on reverse neck breaker by Rick Rude.
You know, Rick gave him a chance. Pay for the windshield, we'll pay for the stupid car. But you see, he didn't want to get him. And so if he don't want to, well, then that's just tough luck, baby. Come on, Rick, take him, baby, take him.
Right hand smash by Rick Rude.
Well, no, it's so bad. He's got his own special referee. He's got his own special match. Anything he wants, he gets for the promotion. Well, baby, look at him now. Looking up in the lights. What he does best. Beautiful, Rick. Beautiful. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Rick Rude going again. Trying another pile driver. And he gets about a half of one. But Lawler slipped out of it just before that head hit the mat, and Jerry Lawler going after Rick Rude. Off the middle rope, the smash, and Lawler working on Rude. Look out, King Kong Bundy has stepped into the ring. Bundy, all 480-some-odd pounds of him, stepped in there, so it's now Bundy, Rude, and Hart against Lawler, 3 against 1. Now Hart's calling the Dirty White Boys his new tag team from the West Coast, and he's got them guarding the door, it looks like, guarding the entrance to the ring, to allow Rude and King Kong Bundy to continue working on Jerry Lawler. Rude grabbing the folding metal chair and heads back for the ring. I see Dirty White Boys over there working over somebody who started in to help Lawler out. That was Randy Johnson. They just throw him right out of the studio. They got a cut opened up on the King's Ford. Rude and Bundy. Jim Jameson trying to rush the ring and get in there to help Lawler, but the Dirty White Boys grab him. He's rammed into the ring post. Keith Eric almost made it in, but they nail him too, and still in the ring, it's Lawler being worked on by Bundy, Hart, and Rude. Jerry Calhoun trying to move him back, trying to move Bundy back is almost an impossibility in itself. Keith Robertson starts in to see if he can help out. The Dirty White Boys approach him, and Robertson just threw up his hand and said, okay, you win, I'm leaving. He just turned and left. The Lemoore guys started in. One of them, David Johnson. Look out. There's the Macho Man. Macho Man into the ring. Nails Root from behind. Randy Savage. After Rude, Hart, and Bundy, and the Dirty White Boys, Savage with a chair. Lawler cut and bleeding, but between the two of them, they have just teamed up to clean the ring. The first family gone. Lawler's hand raised. He did get the win in the match by disqualification when Bundy hit the ring. Wow. What an unlikely pairing as Lawler and Randy Savage end up teamed with each other, driving Rude, Bundy, and Hart out of the ring. Maybe we can take a look at what happened there as Savage came rolling in. Lawler was really being worked on 3 against 1, and everyone that would try to get in from the dressing room to help out. There you can see Savage grabbing Rude, ramming his head into the turnbuckle. And the two of them, Savage and Lawler, able to get them all out of the ring. There's one of the Dirty White Boys. There goes Bundy. And when the chair came in, everybody left, and it was just Savage and the King left in the ring. Wow. What about excitement. We got it for you on Championship Wrestling. King on his way back to the dressing room to get that for it. Take a look at that. We got lots more. We'll be back with it in just a moment.
Right now at our Renco, you can rent to own any of these beautiful appliances. Refrigerators, freezers. Don't spend your hard-earned cash on large down payments. Try our rental ownership plan and make low weekly or monthly payments. At all Renco, there are no credit checks, no long-term obligation. Call today, get it today, and save your cold cash for when you really need it.
You can rent what you need at all Renco. The only way to go.
Hi, I'm Lynn Thompson, and I've discovered the Tri-State's largest and best selection of diamond pendants and earrings at Rogers Jewelry. And you save 35% on their entire inventory of quality diamond earrings and diamond pendants every day. Why shop anywhere else? Save 35% on all diamond pendants and earrings every day at Rogers.
Time was to find out what was on television. You twisted the dial and adjusted the set. Now you have to adjust to a lot of new twists. There's local, network, cable, and pay TV. All those channels, all those choices. But TV Guide clears up the whole picture with primetime charts for instant focus, detailed listings for lasting color, guides to movies, sports, and specials, and crack reporting that fine-tunes your mindset. TV Guide helps you decide.
Hey, you big old hound, you telling me it's quitting time? Yeah, started on 30 acres, and you're just a pup. I'd say both you and this place have done a bunch of growing since then.
The Red Man reaction. Satisfaction.
Jimmy Hart, Eddie Gilbert climbing into the ring. This is going to be, the hair, all right. Eddie Gilbert wants us to take a look at the red, gold, and turquoise hair that he has. Taking off the championship belt. This match is going to be a non-title bout. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing at 216 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Jim Jamison. And going against him from Lexington, Tennessee, 206 pounds, hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee. And we are underway as Gilbert is back on the rope. Jim Jamison very cautiously backing away.
You know, by the way, Eddie wanted me to say hello to all the big, fat, ugly girls out there. Hello, big, fat, ugly girls. We want to say hello and goodbye. So we don't want anybody coming around Eddie Gilbert because he is hot stuff, baby. Woo! Doesn't he look good? What do you think of his new hairstyle? What do you think,
That hair is quite interesting, I must say. It does fit his new style. Back on the ropes, Jim Jamison trying to break away cautiously, and Eddie Gilbert nails him from back on the ropes as Jamison was breaking.
Oh, he was not. Jameis was going to sucker punch him, and you know it, Dave. You know it.
Jamison, I think he got hit in the throat there by Gilbert.
I think he got hit in the head when he tried to become a professional wrestler with a body like that, man. The only thing holding him up is maybe is those knee pads. Look at him.
Eddie Gilbert.
Beautiful hot stuff.
Now steps out on the apron. And word for the crowd, and Jamison nails him as he steps back in the ring. Jim Jamison. And with a fist.
He yelled out of the ring, "You think this is hot stuff?" And the guy on the front row said, "Yes, I do." Look at him, baby.
Backdrop by Gilbert. Jim Jamison hits the mat hard.
You know, a great wrestling background, right? Eddie Gilbert, he's got everything. He's got the look, he's got the speed, he's got the size, he's got it all. And he's got Jimmy Hart with him, baby. Jimmy Hart.
Not sure, but what I would have left that last one out, Jim.
Real cute, man. Real cute.
Eddie Gilbert working on Jamison back on the ropes now. He's fighting him, Jimmy. Come on.
Beautiful.
Great wrestling heritage. He doesn't need to do that.
There you go. Beautiful.
There's a flip by Eddie Gilbert. Slid the bottom of that boot off the jaw. Jamison back up on his feet. And now Eddie Gilbert out on the apron again.
Oh, you better watch out, boy.
Gilbert down.
Jamison, hey, Eddie.
Explaining to the crowd how great he is.
Eddie, Jamison tried to hit you with your back turn, Eddie. Uh-oh, he's going to get him mad now. He's going to get him mad, baby.
Jamison puts Gilbert into the turnbuckles, went in too quickly, and the knees came up.
Beautiful.
Eddie Gilbert just knocked Jamison down to the mat. We're about 2 minutes into this one.
Oh, good, good. Mat needs cleaning, don't you think? Look at that. And we're just going to use Jamison's face to do it. Beautiful, beautiful, Eddie.
Out, Eddie Gilbert with a suplex on Jamison.
Beautiful.
Gilbert drops with the upper arm. Eddie said he's not ready to try for the pin. Not ready to go for the 3 count.
Come on, Grandma. Let old people like you in.
Jamison staggered with a right fist. And another one gets him off his feet. They're coming up on 3 minutes of action here, and it's been all Eddie Gilbert. Jamison has made the effort, but so far in 3 minutes. No.
Beautiful, Eddie.
Eddie trying to insult him now.
You know, everybody knows that I guess Jamison has been probably the longest pupil at Jerry Lawler's School of Wrestling. He's been here, what, 3 years in Lawler's School, and he still hasn't learned anything.
He's being choked right now by Eddie Gilbert. There he is again. He's got that hand clamped right around his throat.
Let me go check on my champion. I'll be right back.
3.5 minutes gone. Eddie Gilbert continues to work on Jim Jamison. Upper arm knocks Jamison to the mat and totally out of the ring, down onto the floor. Oh. Hart instructing Eddie to throw him back in. If he would go for the...
I think you better send out the Tennessee National Guard. This kid needs help. You're champion, people. Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert.
4 minutes, 8 seconds the time on it. Well, I don't know. Yeah, let's take a look at that. What happened down on the floor as Hart and Gilbert are celebrating in the ring. All right, there's Jamison back on the rope. Hit with the upper arm, and just the momentum knocked him right out of the ring. Down on the floor.
Brown, maybe Dave.
You can see. Watch right here. Gilbert just snapped him down, and you can hear his back hit on that floor, and you knew that it was all over if he could get him back in the ring for the 3 count. Eddie did roll him in the ring, and rather than just cover him, he just stood up, put a foot on his chest, and let the referee count to 3. Eddie Gilbert gets the victory. Time on it again, 4 minutes, 8 seconds more of championship wrestling coming up.
Got a main event that won't quit Wednesday night in Evansville. First, a reminder that Thursday night, the 20th in Paoli, Indiana, Popomania will be there. Also, King Kong Bundy, Rick Rude, Jimmy Hart, Tommy Wildfire Rich, and the Rock and Roll Express. That's Thursday night, the 20th, Paoli, Indiana. Main event coming up in Evansville, though, on Wednesday night. There are going to be 4 single matches earlier in the evening. They're going to bring them all back for the main event action. But just before that main event takes place, tag team action features Dutch Mantell and Mark Regan against the Dirty White Boys. Then, 8-man tag team match, the main event of the night. In this one, on one side of the ring, you got Tommy Wildfire Rich, Tojo Yamamoto, and the New Generation. On the other side of the ring, you have Eddie Gilbert, the Nightmares, and in the ring, Jimmy Hart.
Oh, you know, I love this. Let me tell you what, Tommy Rich, all dressed up with no place to look. You know, he's leading those poor fools into the Temple of Doom right there in Evansville, Indiana. Can you believe that, Eddie?
Let me tell you, you know, it's real easy for Tommy Rich to stand out here and talk about how he's going to hurt Jimmy Hart. But Tommy Rich, you ought to talk about how you're going to try to hurt me and the Nightmares. See that movie, Eddie and the Cruisers? We're going to have Eddie and the Nightmares to deal with in Evansville. You know what they got to do? They got to get on my big ambulance there in Evansville and back it up to the door there and get ready, because we're going to take out the New Generation first, and then we're going to get, I tell you what, we're going to get Tojo Yamamoto, and then we're going to get Wildfire. We're going to leave him in the ring with all 4 of us, and Jimmy, we're going to let you get in the ring and pound in his head a little bit, man.
You know, promise me, I want to lay across Tommy Rich and pin him 1, 2, 3, and I want to say hello to all the big, fat, ugly girls out there, too. Say hello and goodbye, because we don't want you around us, baby. You get on Tojo's corner, you get on Tommy Rich's side, and the New Generation side. You know, we don't need music coming to the ring, baby. They need the music. You need all the excitement you can muster up, baby, because this is the first family. And let me tell you something, baby. We're going to be in the ring with you. But, you know, a lot of people say, you know, Jimmy Hart does have 9 lives. Jimmy Hart might have an ace up his sleeve. Well, you better believe it, because on the stage we'll be the Dirty White Boys looking over Jimmy Hart's shoulder, baby. That's right. Family night right there in Evansville.
Oh, we've already had one brief, not-so-pleasant look at him. Jimmy Hart has brought him in from the West Coast. They're the West Coast Tag Team Champions. Let's take a special look at the Dirty White Boys.
Who's the greatest wrestling professional manager in the world today, and why am I? I'll tell you why, because I'm bringing in the greatest professional wrestlers in this area all over the world. But I've outdone myself this time, baby. Right now, I'd like to introduce to you Jimmy Hart's Dirty White Boys!
Hey, baby, if you're feeling down, I know what's good for you all day. I
Jimmy Hart.
What do you think of my leathers, baby? Look at my leathers. They brought me from the coast, man. The West Coast champions, the Dirty White Boys, the greatest team in the history of professional wrestling, baby. Bad to the bone, baby. 495 pounds of rope stump and get him, Daddy. The Dirty White Boy. Jimmy Hart, he promised us a tag team title shot for the world strap, Jack. And that's how we're here. Listen, baby, look at the back of this, baby. From now on, you're going to know who it is. The Dirty White Boys, baby.
They're in here. They say they're looking for a shot at the World Tag Team title. Jimmy Hart has promised them that, and I don't doubt that he has promised them that, but they're going to have to earn that. Right now, David Johnson and this, and the white cap is Mark Regan out of New York City. They're going to go. All right, I think we're set to go with an expiration of time match. Total weight 418 pounds out of Memphis, Tennessee, David Johnson, and from New York City, Mark Regan. And going against him at a total weight of 415 pounds from the West Coast, Jimmy Hart, their manager, the Dirty White Boys. This match to the expiration of time, Jerry Calhoun is the referee. Dirty White Boys starting out against David Johnson. Johnson off the rope, runs right into an elbow.
David Johnson, show and tell. At least he's got guts. At least he started the match off. Look at this Mark Regan on the outside of the rope, hanging on there. He doesn't want to tag a bit more, not want to tag against these kids. And you know what? And I know it. Right or wrong, baby.
Well, he's standing there with his hand out. We're waiting for the tag. David Johnson feels the need to get to the corner, and I think he better feel the need to get to the corner pretty quick, to be quite honest about it.
Baby, when the music stops, baby, the fat lady goes home. Look at him. Beautiful. There you go. These guys tagging in, tagging out. West Coast champions, baby.
Head into the top turnbuckle. David Johnson bounces back into the ring. Dirty White Boys.
Hey, Reagan, why don't you get your feet wet?
Ooh,
hey,
Johnson
let me ask you something. You think Reagan's any kin to President Reagan? What do you think, huh? Think he is? What do you think, huh? Come on, David. Quit laughing. Come on, get that smile off your face.
It's Mark Regan.
We got him, baby. Don't worry about it. Look at him.
Dirty White Boys in control. I mean, just complete control. Minute 15 seconds gone. Johnson body slams hard.
Beautiful, baby. Beautiful. Super.
There's a cover. Count is one.
Pick him up. Pick him up. There you go.
Johnson thrown into the corner, and there's the tag. Here comes Mark Regan in. Whoa, reversal by Regan. He picks the White Boy up and slams him. Dirty White Boys, Jimmy Hart, new tag team. Are finding Mark Regan. And Jimmy, are you all that anxious to see Regan in the ring now, huh?
Hey, beginner's luck, man. I'm telling you right now. That's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. We got him. We got him. Come on, guys. We got him. Don't worry about it. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Regan being forced down. He bridges with the head and the feet. Powers back up. There's some strength. Gets a headlock. Tag made. David Johnson coming back in.
There's a fist right there. Reagan held one of the that. See? And you tell me, did he not deserve to get hit or not? Reagan held the guy, and then Johnson, he was a fist. Am I right or wrong, Dave?
Johnson hit him with a fist.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you.
The Dirty White Boys.
Biggest mistake he ever made in his life, besides being a professional wrestler. Look right there, baby. You shouldn't have touched him, Johnson. That's a big mistake, baby. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful.
There's a cover. Count is 1, 2. Hard yells, pick him up, and that's exactly what he did. Johnson hammered again.
What got now? Bundy, Rude, the Nightmares, baby. Look at this, the Dirty White Boys.
Eddie Gilbert. You know, I think this is the greatest family I've ever had. What do you think, Dave? 5.5 years, the greatest I've ever had in my life, man.
I think I've heard you say that before. You do have some awesome talent. There's no doubt about it. Regan over to help David Johnson out as Johnson was thrown out on the floor and being worked on.
Tried to help him back in.
David Johnson rolled under the bottom rope. 3.5 minutes gone. First fall action of an expiration of time match. This is one of those, there might be one fall, might be 3 or 4. We'll wrestle as long as we have time.
Beautiful, baby. Come on, you got him.
So far, rather one-sided match. Mark Regan, impressive as he came in after a tag. David Johnson has been in there most of the time, and they have just pretty well kept him tied up. Referee calling for a break. Was he choking him? Hard to see from this side. I knew you would think he wasn't.
Christian athletes, we don't choke, we don't gouge eyes, we don't do anything. I'm tired of your excuses for this, man. There's a lot of little kids watching out there, bro.
I know, and they'll judge for themselves as the match continues here. And we'll take a look at the tactics.
Come on, Reagan, stretch that arm out, baby. Look at it. You know, under Reagan's breath, he's going, I don't know if the tag. Get away from me, baby. Get away from me. Look at this.
Tag made.
You can tell this Johnson's from Memphis. He is from Memphis, right?
He is from Memphis.
That's what I figured. Look at him. Beautiful, baby.
Power
Beautiful.
slam.
Beautiful.
David Johnson, the victim of it. Count is 1, and again he picks him up before the 2 count falls even.
Beautiful, baby. Beautiful. We would like to get somebody here to give us a world championship shot, man. We'd like to try to crack the world championship belts, man. You know, like I said, baby, the Nightmares are the Southern champions. Eddie Gilbert's the international champion. Bundy's the Southern champion, right? You know, we got all the belts, baby.
David Johnson on the mat. Boy, he has just been...
We want Mark, and Mark's turning to the audience going, woo! You don't want me in there for those white boys. Oh, baby, the dirty white boys. Oh! Come on, Mark, get your feet wet, baby. What's wrong with you? Your fans are calling for you. Hey, Mark, the fans are rooting you on, boy. Come on in the ring, boy. Get your feet wet. Come on.
David Johnson being worked on here.
He acts like he's got super glue on the bottom of his boots over there.
Match. Coming up on the 6-minute mark on this fall, Mark Regan steps in to try to help out. The referee sends him back to the corner.
Come on, baby. We got him. There you go. Come on.
Hart's new team. Now they double team.
Beautiful.
Puts a double slam on David Johnson. Regan here to try to prevent him from going for the 3 count. Good drop kick and another one by Regan.
He's not even the legal man in the ring. Not even the legal man in the ring, man.
He was nailed by one.
Come on, guys. Throw him out of the ring. There you go. Come on. Come on, let's get this guy. Come on. I'm not playing around now. Come on, the party's over.
They whip him into the rope.
Beautiful.
Upper arm from both of them.
Pick him up, pin him. Let's go, baby. Come on. There you go.
Oh, double.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
There's the count of 3. They could have gone for it a long time ago, but finally
there you go. The Dirty White Boys, the greatest team in the history of wrestling.
And at 6 minutes 44 seconds, they get the win. You can take a look at it. It was all over long before we finally got to the point where Hart's new tag team decided they wanted to go for the count of 3. The double arm. Now they pick Johnson up. Watch this. Snap him back. One leaves, the other covers the count of 3, and that was it. First fall action goes to Hart's new tag team. Time on it, 6 minutes, 44 seconds. We'll take a break and be back in a moment.
Things are heating up fast over at your Ford dealer's TNT clearance sale.
Because our Tempos and Thunderbirds have super savings on every model.
From 2 doors to turbos. But we've also extended TNT discounts to every Ford car and truck in stock.
From the world's best-selling car Escort to the world's best-selling truck line.
Yes, we're blowing the lid off factory prices.
But time's running out.
So get on over to your participating Ford dealer before everything's gone. How's Hurry, hurry, hurry. Rush on into Honda of Evansville for the deal of a lifetime. Lowest prices on inventory, new and used. Super prices, super bikes. From the dressed out Goldwing to the 500 Interceptors, Nighthawk, and Magna. Have we got a bike for you? Come on, know the difference between driving and riding. Hurry in for on-the-spot creative financing and no payment for 3 months. Stop in, see for yourself at Evansville's original Honda dealer on Boonville Highway near Eastland Mall. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Follow the leader. He's on a Honda.
Creditors demand payment. Universal Furniture has been ordered to raise cash immediately. All merchandise, including famous brand names, will be offered direct to the public for pennies on the dollar, regardless of loss. Recliners from $77, dinettes and dining room sets from $247, bedroom sets as low as $387, living room sets as low as $287, lamps and bedding half off. All sales are final. Visa and MasterCard accepted. Credit terms available. Their loss is your gain at Universal Furniture, 1419 Pennsylvania.
Mr. Smith has been to every audio-video store around. His satisfaction has been to no avail. But there's another dimension beyond the ordinary world of typical audio-video stores, one with awesome sights and sounds. Mr. Smith must experience it to appreciate. His aggravating search is now over. He just entered the electronic zone. You too can be a satisfied customer. Save now during Ted Fink Superstore's biggest sale of the year. It's the electronic zone in a new dimension at 700 North Weinbach in Evansville.
Boy, another one of those wild championship wrestling shows today. I tell you, Jerry Lawler won his match over Keith Robertson in a little over 3.5 minutes. Randy Savage in here in a single match. Savage won that handily. Then Lawler came in. It was scheduled Rick Rude against young Keith Eric. Lawler came in and said, I'm taking over for Keith Eric. Keith, you can either leave or I'll beat you up first and then wrestle Rude. So it was Lawler against Rude. Rude ended up losing the match on disqualification, though, when King Kong Bundy came roaring into the ring. Then they proceeded to work on Lawler, and finally it was Randy Savage who came in and helped Lawler clear the ring as they finally got the first family out of here. Then Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert defeating Jim Jamison in a single match. It was the Dirty White Boys, Jimmy Hart's new tag team, coming in here and just totally dominating the team of Mark Regan and David Johnson in first fall action of our expiration of time match today. So that's the way it was on Championship Wrestling. I tell you what, we are always looking forward to next week on Championship Wrestling, and this one is no exception. Lance Russell will be back with you then. Until then, this is Dave Brown wishing you a very good week.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.